Hi friends, this lesson is for Module 4, Lesson 21. We've been using a tape diagram to help us organize our good thinking. Today we're going to do a little bit more work with the tape diagram, but we're going to add in one more little part. So, our learning goal for today says, I can use a tape diagram to organize my thinking. Of course, yesterday we worked on adding in labels, which are so tricky for me, a statement or a telling sentence about our answer, and then today we're going to add in a number sentence where we have a little box for our unknown, the answer that we're looking for. We're going to use the tape diagram to help us figure out what the unknown part of the number sentence is, and then we'll find that answer. Here we go. A UFO landed in my yard. 5 green aliens came out, and then 8 blue aliens came out. How many aliens were there in all? I'm going to read it again for you, friend. A UFO landed in my yard. 5 green aliens came out, and then 8 blue aliens came out. How many aliens were there in all? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw my good tape diagram. I'm going to fill it in as I read each part of the word problem. Okay, a UFO landed in my yard. No information there. 5 green aliens came out. Now, I remember from the first time I read it that there are 2 different kinds of aliens, and I need to know how many aliens altogether. So the green aliens are going to be one of the parts. So in the first part box, I'm going to do a 5, and then I'm going to draw my 5 little aliens. Of course, I'm not going to draw the aliens. I'm going to do the quick circles because I want this to be a fast math drawing. Okay, am I ready to move on? I missed a part. Do you see what I missed? Yeah, I missed labeling it. If it's 5 green aliens, I'm going to go ahead with a G for green. Okay, if I keep reading, it says, and then 8 blue aliens came out. So that's the other part, 8. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my good circles to show my 8. Okay, it says 8 blue aliens. What label would you put on there for that part? B for blue? What a good idea. All right, now I can see I know my 2 parts, but I don't know the whole amount. So my number sentence that's going to match it would say 5 plus 8 because those are the parts. And then that little box that is going to box the unknown or the whole amount that I need to find. In order to find my answer, I'm just going to add up. I'm going to say 8 and add up 5. Or because when I got to a 10, I started coloring in to show the next 10, I could clearly see it's 13. But if I didn't do that, no big deal. I can just say 8 and count up 5. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So my unknown answer for my number sentence is 13. I have one more thing to do, friend. What is that? You got that right, a statement. I'm going to write a sentence that goes along with my answer. So the answer is 13. 13 what? Oh, there were 13 aliens in all. Let's try another one. You're doing so well. 17 dragons, visited the princess. 11 stayed to play in the moat. That's the water that's around the castle. And the rest went home after lunch. How many dragons went home? I'm going to read it one more time, friend. 17 dragons visited the princess. What was I saying? Sorry, friends, I got interrupted. I'm going to read this number sentence again. 17 dragons visited the princess. 11 stayed to play in the moat, and the rest went home after lunch. How many dragons went home? I'm going to go ahead and draw my good tape diagram, and I'm going to fill in the pieces that I know. It says 17 dragons visited the princess. So I know there's 17 dragons altogether. Now, one of the parts is 11 stayed to play in the moat. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in that first part to show 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just a reminder that there is testing going on today, so it is quiet
8,
campus.
9, 10,
and there will be testing
11.
with the CDI, so the CDI
I'm so sorry,
will be closed
friends.
today. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry for
At this
that.
time, all duty personnel
Sorry, friends.
report to the duty post. All duty
These are all the
personnel
announcements you
report
don't
to the
hear in
duty
the morning because
post.
you're not here.
Have a great day, Stallions.
Okay, so now I have to do my good label. I'm going to go ahead and put a P right there because that's all the dragons that stayed to play in the moat. The other part, I don't know because it says, and then the rest went home after lunch. I don't know how many that would be. So I'm going to put an H there, but I'm going to leave it empty. So when I'm writing my number sentence, I already know that one of the parts is the thing that I have missing. So I'm going to do 11 plus something equals 17 because that's the whole amount. I'm going to put that nice little box there because I know that's the unknown. Now all I have to do is find the missing part. I'm going to say 11 and count up until I get to 17. Here we go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Friends, how many dragons went home? You're right, 6. Excellent job. I can fill in the rest of my number sentence now, and all I need is you've got it, a statement. How many dragons went home? Oh, I could just say 6 dragons went home. My statement doesn't have to be anything wild and fancy. That's perfect. Let's try another one. 16 frogs went to the pond. 13 of the frogs were babies, and the rest were adults. How many adult frogs were at the pond? Friend, I want you to go get a dry erase board and a marker or your math journal because you're going to do this problem all by yourself. And then you're going to check yourself with my good answers. Are you ready? Go get all the stuff and then press play and I'll read it to you again. Here we go. 16 frogs went to the pond. Go ahead and fill that information in on your tape diagram. 13 of the frogs were babies. Fill that in. And the rest were adults. Okay, go ahead and find how many adult frogs were at the pond. Press play to check your answer. Okay, here we go, friends. So I did my tape diagram. I hope that you have yours all done. It says 16 frogs went to the pond. That's the whole amount. 13 of the frogs were babies. So I did a B for babies. Did you do that nice label? And then 13, of course. And then I filled in my part box. And then I didn't know how many were adults. That's my missing unknown. So that's what my number sentence looked like, and I put an A there. Then all I had to do was just count up from 13 to 16 to find the missing piece. 13, 14, 15, 16. So how many adults were at the pond? 3. Good job. All right, did you write a statement? Oh, you didn't or you did? If you didn't, press pause and write it really fast so you can check yours with mine. Okay, here we go. I wrote there were 3 adult frogs. Okay, friends, we're going to try one more. There were a lot of animals in the farmyard. There were 9 chickens and 8 sheep. How many animals were at the farm? Again, friend, I'm going to have you go ahead and press pause. I want you to find the answer and then press play to check yourself. I'll read it one more time. There were a lot of animals in the farmyard. There were 9 chickens and 8 sheep. How many animals were at the farm? Okay, you ready to check yourself? So it says there were a lot of animals in the farmyard. I don't even know how many that is. They didn't tell me. But I do know that there were 9 chickens, so that's going to be one of the parts. So I filled in 9 right there. Is that what you did? Ugh, you're so good. Then it said there were 8 sheep, and I know that's the other part. Now, make sure that even though you filled everything in, that you have your good labels. Did you do your nice labels? Oh, excellent. And then our number sentence would be 9 plus 8, and our unknown is how many there are all together. All I have to do now is just count up. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There were 17 altogether. My statement says there were 17 animals on the farm. How'd you do, friend? Woo, if you did such a nice job, say, I'm amazing. Good job. Okay, our learning goal for today says I can use a tape diagram to organize my thinking. And that's just what we've been practicing. We put in our labels, we wrote a good statement, and today we pushed ourselves to do that number sentence. All right, it's your turn, friend. This is the one that you're going to seesaw to your teacher. All right, you need to make sure that you have your answer has a tape diagram with labels, a statement, and a good number sentence. So here we go. I'm going to read it twice for you. Reese got 13 My Little Ponies for her birthday. 5 of them were pink and the rest were white. How many of Reese's new ponies were white? I'm going to read it one more time, friend. Reese got 13 My Little Ponies for her birthday. 5 of them were pink and the rest were white. How many of Reese's new ponies were white? Good luck, friend.